doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on. Or this to the treadmill on your wish list. Or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
All right, we're about ready for the second half. Well, I got us down by 19 points. Vikings brought it back to 11. Let's see if Joe can continue the comeback as 35-24, the Eagles lead it over the Vikings.
Well, in case you just joined us, it's court warming here at Missouri Valley College. The king and queen will be crowned at the halftime of the men's game, but right here it's a 35-24 lead. Central Methodist has led the entire way. They led by as many as 19. Vikings really made a nice run at the end of the half to get this thing back to 11, and ready to start the second half. CMU gets the ball. Right wing it comes to Raylan Nuss. Head of the key now. Driving inside Poteet. Hands it down low to Jasmine. Oh, and shot up and in. That was Brittany Joseph, I believe, drives in and lays that one in. So Joseph gets her second bucket of the game. She's got 4 points.
Well, between her and Sutton inside, that's quite a combination. They're not on the floor at the same time, but those two gals can get the job done inside that lane.
And she extends the CMU lead back to 13, just underway here in the second half. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. Now Sammy directs traffic from the head of the key. Bounce pass right wing, Gabby Lovelace. Gabby back to Ebony Brown. Ebony spins at the free throw line. Looking, now goes into the paint. Double teamed in there, back outside. Sammy down to 8 on the shot clock. Sammy spins with the left hand, puts up the jumper. This one blips off the back of rim, no good. Rebound, Gabby Lovelace inside, missed it as the shot clock goes off. That shot didn't hit the rim, so I don't know why that was a shot clock violation. That shot of Sammy's hit the.
I thought it did
hit
too.
the rim.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. That should not have been a shot clock violation, but it's a foul as that foul comes up on Jasmine Poteet. We had her for 2. They've only got her for 2 on the board, so I guess we'll say she only has 2. As the first free throw is missed by Gabby Lovelace, she'll have 1 more. Gabby out of Pleasant Hill, knocked down a tray, had 5 points in the first half, gets the second one. So Gabby gets 1 out of 2. The Central lead is 12 with 19-13 left in the game. Now Robinson brings it across right in front of the Central bench. Back head of the key, it comes to Cornelison. Now inside Joseph with the left hand up and in. So Brittany Joseph has scored the first 2 buckets of the second half for Central Methodist, that time with the left hand. And now there's a foul in the backcourt. And I believe that's going to come up on Joseph or on Poteet. If it is, that'll be her third. And that's what they call. So Jasmine Poteet's picked up a couple of quick fouls here as Kyra Williams comes back into the Central Methodist lineup.
Well, Brittany Joseph is a 6-foot junior, and Brittany is out of Houston, Texas, went to St. Gregory's University before coming to CMU. You just can't let her have the low block. She's too good. You got to keep her away from that.
When she did a very good job with the left hand that time. Vikings the other way. Lovelace head of the key. Looks like still man-to-man by Central Methodist. Deep left wing to Gabby Morales. Gabby pulls up with the jumper. It backed off. She took the jumper, missed it. Rebound comes out of there. Kyra Williams. Central Methodist wants to run. Right wing it goes to Robinson. Robinson guarded by Lovelace. Gets it out head of the key to Joseph. Joseph hands to Raylan Nuss. Nuss around a screen. Launches a jumper. Got it. So Raylan Nuss just inside the three-point line knocks down a jumper. That's only her second bucket of the game. She averages 11-plus points a game. She's got 5. Lead back up 16, Central Methodist.
Yeah, we need a bucket because this isn't starting the way the Vikings want to coming out of the locker room.
Left wing, Lovelace. Down the corner, Sammy's 3. This one blips out. This one almost down. She's got to keep shooting that shot,
I think so, too.
All right, ahead, Nuss quickly into the forecourt. Picked up by Sammy. Backs it out, head of the key, Joseph. Joseph holds it high above her head. Comes around Morales, spins back to the middle, and Gabby knocks it away. And now Sammy dives for the loose ball, but it's going to be recovered by Joseph.
Another block.
Boy, Gabby Morales, I'm looking at the stat sheet trying to see what she had in the first half. The Vikes miss a shot. How many blocks they give her credit? Gave her credit for 2. Now Raina Smith the other way. Basket in 1 as Raina Smith takes it all the way to the rack, flips it up and in. She's fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line for a chance for the three-point play.
So Morales leading the league, now has 3 blocks on the night. And a good job by Raina there. 41-27. Valley needed that. Let's see if she can complete the three-point play.
And I'm not sure who that foul's on. They've got it up on Poteet. I know she had 3. I mean, no, they say now it was on Kyra Williams. That's her first foul. And Raina Smith knocks down the free throw, give her the three-point play. She's got 7 points. It's a 13-point game.
Well, somehow we got to get this thing under 10, then we'll start whittling away from there. But
well, you do it right here on the defensive end. That's where you come back in games like this. Now Williams comes around a screen. Gives it ahead of the key to Tawanda Sutton, who's back into the lineup. She leads all scorers. And a shot, good.
Nuss.
That was a 3. Was that Raina Smith?
Raina Nuss.
Nuss, I mean.
Raylan Nuss.
Raylan Nuss, that's what I meant to say. Raylan knocks down the tray. Now Raina Smith launches a 3. I knew that was coming. I just called it out too soon. I knew she was going to knock down that 3, but now she's got 10. The Central Methodist lead down to 13. Vikings nibbling away at that lead. Gaither call. Outside now Sutton. Sutton hands outside Kyra Williams. Williams left-hand dribble. Brings it deep to the left wing. Now down high post to Sutton. Lobs inside. Good high-low play that time is Taylor Cornelissen. Cuts through the middle of the lane. Takes a pass from the other post player, Sutton. Now Lovelace launches a 3 on the other end. This one misses. So ball back to the Eagles. They have a 15-point lead, 16:27 left in regulation.
Sam Kixmiller and Kara Clark come in for the Vikings, and Audrey Patton comes in for the Eagles. The Eagles have had 9 girls score in this game. They're up by 15, 46-31.
Well, it's Central Methodist ball as they bring it down. Vikes need a stop. This is where you come back on the defensive ends. They've got to put something together here. Williams into the high post, into Patton. Now gets it down low to Sutton. Now outside, Gaither call. Back to Sutton. Her jumper in the air. This one pinballs out, but an offensive rebound. Patton inside to Sutton, and she drives to the basket. She's fouled.
Yeah, you got nobody put a body on Patton. She came from outside the lane, came right along the baseline. Nobody touched her, got that rebound, got it to Sutton, and then she was fouled.
And I believe that foul is going to come up on Sammy Jackson. That's number 1 on Sammy. That's the first team foul of the half on the Vikings. Sutton for 2. First one misses. Tawanda Sutton had a big first half as she had 12 points to lead all scorers. She'll have one more here. She'll try to extend the lead, and she does. Knocks down 1 out of 2. The lead is 16. Just over 16 minutes left here in the game. Now pressure by Central Methodist. Vikes take their time. Now almost stolen away, but they get it to Kixmiller. Sam inside, stops, up and in. So Sam Kixmiller got loose on the press. She's a perfect 3 out of 3. She's got 8 points. Now hit of the key, Patton. Patton gives it back outside to Gaither Cole. Gaither Cole hands it to Williams, and she's fouled by Raina Smith. I believe that'll be Raina's second foul. She bumps into Sammy Gaither call out just beyond the arc. It'll be a non-shooting foul. And that'll be the second team foul on the Vikings this half.
Yeah, Raina tried to get around her and steal the ball and got her with the body.
Central and inbound for the Vikings. It's Raina Smith, Kara Clark who's in, Sammy Jackson, Sam Kixmiller, and Gabby Lovelace. Now they're going to call a holding foul that time as they say Sammy Jackson slaps. Gaither call, so that'll be Sammy's second foul. Again, still a non-shooting foul as both teams have 3 team fouls here in the second half.
Sammy didn't like the call, didn't say anything though.
And Central inbounds, leading by 14. Williams, deep left wing, it goes over to Poteet. Poteet back outside, Sutton now gives it right back to Williams. Head of the key, Gaither call, in with the left hand. Nice bounce pass inside, but knocked away by Lovelace. Now they try to get it into Cornelissen. They're going to call a foul on one of the Vikings. Is
that Sammy? That'd be a third. Boy, that's not Sammy. She's picked up
those 2 in a hurry.
It's either her
she picked up 3 fouls very quickly here in the second half, and she's going to take a seat as Julia Vasquez checks into the Viking lineup.
Well, let's see. Julia can handle the ball, but kind of missed that offense or the threat of the offense that Sammy has. And trying to come back. We'll see how long she's going to be on the bench. 15-20 to go.
47-33, the visiting Central Methodist Eagles trying to win their 10th conference game of the year. Now I think they're going to call a shove on Sam Kixmiller as they get the ball into the post. Cornelissen posts up strong, and Sam picks up her first foul. The Vikings just a minute ago had 1 team foul. Now they've got 5. Now Central inbounds. Inside it comes to Joseph, up and in. And boy, Brittany Joseph having a great second half. That's her third bucket of the half. 8 in the game she has, and it's a 16-point lead with just over 15 minutes left to play.
Yeah, good job by the Eagles coming out and taking control of this game again after the Vikings had a little bit of momentum to end the half.
Now lob inside, Kara Clark. There's her off-balance shot, and hasn't had that shot go yet for her tonight as Central gets the loose ball. Now lead pass ahead to Gaither Call. She outruns the pack, gets loose down the floor, and Gaither Call lays it in. Give her 5, and we're back up to an 18-point lead for Central Methodist.
Yeah, that matches our largest lead of the game.
Now ahead to Vasquez. Good job by the Vikes breaking the press. They get it to Smith in the forecourt. Reyna's long three. Missed it. Rebound comes out of there. Gaither Call. Ahead now to Poteet. Poteet deep on the right wing. There's a long three by Nakia Robinson. Misses, but Poteet runs down the loose ball. Right wing. There's a three by Gaither Call. This one misses. Offensive rebound. Corneliuson. She's fouled on the stick back. Wow. So good job on the offensive glass that time by the Eagles.
Now Vasquez with a foul, but boy, the Vikings just not putting a body on anybody, and those gals are just crashing the boards and running, just going right to the ball and winning the rebounding battle and winning the game 51-33. 14-16 to go.
Well, Jolene Christensen takes a timeout. Again, looking at the rebounds, Central out-rebounded the Vikings 26-20 in the first half, and they're really doing a good job on the glass right now.
And winning the battle so far in the second half as well. But backed up to an 18-point lead, 51-33. Again, look at the standings. Mid-American Nazarene, Benedictine, and Baker, they're all pretty well. They all are assured of a home game. And Central Methodist, they win tonight, would be assured of a tie anyway for that 4th spot, because they have a 3-game lead going into over Culver and Peru tonight. And of course, only 4 conference games left, including tonight. So,
you know, I really don't think the standings for the top 4 are going to change. No. I think Mid-America is going to win the conference. I think Benedictine is going to be the runner-up. I think Baker is going to barely nose out Central Methodist for that 4th spot.
Looks like that's about the way
it could change, but who knows?
I doubt it. That's probably the way it's going to be. Those teams have been there all year long. Culver's been in the middle all year long. Peru. Vikings had a good opportunity to knock off Evangel the other night in Springfield. Couldn't do that. It was a big win for Evangel. So toward the bottom is where really who's going to get in.
Okay, it'll be Taylor Corneliuson on the line. She's going to have a couple free throws right here. She is a freshman out of Seymour, Missouri. You ever been to Seymour?
Never been
I've heard of Seymour. Missouri. I have no idea where it is, though.
Well, that's where she is from. And
Corneliuson's first shot in the air, got it. So she did not score in the first half. That's 3 points for her here in the second half. She'll have one more. She can make this a 20-point game if she can knock down the second one, which she does. So
largest lead of the
knocks
night.
Down a pair here. 53-33 as Brielle Martinez and Lindsey Jackson check back into the Viking lineup.
Well, CMU has been, as we pointed out in the pregame, 107 and then, 89 points in their last 2. And they've already got 53 tonight with 14 minutes to go.
Well, this is a team the Vikes have traditionally played very well against here at home. As they said in the pregame, CMU has only won once here since 2003. So deep on the left wing for the Vikings. Raina Smith into Martinez. Brielle backs in, throws it up. Oh, got it. Nice job as Brielle Martinez just backed in that time. Nice soft touch on the shot. That's her first bucket. It's an 18-point lead, Central Methodist.
Not a bad way to do it, just to try to get some offense going inside that lane.
Here come the Eagles. Down low to Joseph. Spins on Kara Clark with the left hand up and in. And boy, Brittany Joseph, everything she throws up in around that bucket's going in the hole right now. And she's got 10 points. She's in double figures, extends the lead back to 20.
Young lady out of Houston, Texas. I don't think she's left-handed, but she's
using that left hand. She's used that at least twice here in the second half. Now the Vikes throw the ball away against pressure as Brooke Sanders checks into the lineup. Julia Vasquez will take a seat. 55-35, 13:27 left in the game. So Vikes, they're going to make a run. They need to do it right now.
And Valley only averages 56 points a game, so they'd have to do something they don't normally do.
Nice reverse dribble, drive inside by Poteet, missed the shot. You know, Jasmine Poteet looks like a very athletic player. Still has some rough edges to work out. But there now Smith drives in. Her shot's good, and she's fouled on the shot. So Raina Smith drives in, basket and one. Raina's having a pretty good second half, Ken. That's 8
Yes,
points
she
for her
is.
in the second half. A chance to make it 9 as she was fouled on the shot.
Yeah, and she was kind of fading away. She put that up with the left hand, going off to her right, and she still got it to go down, and now she completes the
Knocks it
three-point
down, so give her 9 points in the second half, 13 in the game. That foul came up on Nakia Robinson. That's her first. The Central Methodist lead down to 17 points. Vikes need a defensive stop right here. Here comes Nuss, guarded by Sanders. Right wing to Robinson. Bounce pass knocked away by Gabby Morales. Gabby got a hand on the pass, knocked it away. Vikes get the steal. Ahead to Lindsay. Ball fake up and in. Boy, did Lindsay Jackson. She could feel the defensive player coming. Just wait, let her pass, and laid it in. And the Vikes on a 5-0 run now. The lead down to 15. Need a defensive stop here. Nuss around a screen. Back outside Robinson. Robinson left-hand dribble guarded by Raina Smith. Comes around a screen with a right-hand dribble. Picked up there by Sanders. Low block. Joseph and tied up, and that's exactly what you need as Brielle Martinez sinks in, gets the double team, and ties up Brittany Joseph. Good defense by Martinez.
And I think the Vikings get it off the possession arrow. Good help because you have to help against Joseph. She is just tearing them up inside. Good job by Martinez to help out.
And you can see Joseph was ready to spin to the left with that left hand, and there was Martinez right there to tie her up. So nice double team effort on defense. All right, pressure by CMU again. They get it to Morales. Now Raina Smith gets it across the timeline. Raina spins inside with the left hand up and in, and boy, did she put some English on that shot. Looked like a pool shot as that thing spun to the right. Raina Smith's got 11 points this half, 15 in the game. Folks, we got a 13-point game.
Vikings were down by 20 just a couple of minutes ago.
7-0 run by the homestanding Vikes. Keep the defense, ladies. Come on now. Gather call down the baseline. Almost had it knocked away. Corneliuson gets it back. Guarded by Martinez. 7 on the shot clock. Pump fake Williams in the paint. Throws it up, hit the top of the backboard, and give Gabby Morales credit. That time Gabby had a hand right in her face, and that shot by Kyra Williams, that didn't bounce off the rim and hit that cable behind the backboard. I think it hit it on the fly, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did too. So the Vikings now on a 7-0 run could get this back to 11, maybe 10 on this possession.
Yeah, 13-point game, 11:32 left. Vikes really doing a good job on the defensive end right now. Right wing to Sanders. Sanders to the baseline, gets to Martinez. Martinez pump fake in the lane, got another one. So Brielle Martinez feeling it in the paint right now. That's her second bucket. We got an 11-point game, a 9-0 Viking run.
Keep it going here. Let's see another good defensive possession.
There's a three. This time it comes off the right side. That one taken by Paul Sell. Miss. So Vikes get the rebound. Lindsey Jackson gets the care of. Vikes can make it a single-digit game with a bucket here. High post Morales. Back to Martinez. Her jumper. Good from the free throw line. And it's been the Raina Smith, Brielle Martinez show here in the second half for the Vikings.
Wow.
11 straight points for the Vikes. We've got a 9-point game.
I don't remember the last time we were within 9 points.
We haven't been, since early in the ball game. Central Methodist started out on fire. Now there's a three, a long shot by Sutton's good. So Tawanda Sutton quiets the crowd a little bit, stops the 11-0 run as she knocks down a jumper. That gives her 15 points in the game, and Coach James Arnold takes a timeout. So 10 minutes, 33 seconds left here in this one. It's 57-46, Central Methodist on top of the Vikings.
Well, the Vikings got right back into this game. Again, Sammy Jackson, their senior floor leader with 3 fouls, is on the bench right now, but a great job by Raina Smith and Brielle Martinez offensively coming in to lead this charge. In fact, the other 2 gals that have scored all the points with the 1 basket by Lindsey Jackson in there to make it 57-46. So plenty of time now with 10:33 to go.
You know the thing I like about Brielle Martinez, she really has not been scoring much at all lately, but she's stepping up with confidence. Had a couple of quick moves inside, and that time just pulled up right to the free throw line, didn't hesitate, and knocked down that 15-foot jumper. So it's Vikes right back in this thing with 10.5 left.
James Arnold took that timeout after a made basket. Let's see what the Vikings can do now.
Once again, pressure by CMU. Vikes will take their time. Raina Smith will bring it across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Bounce past Lindsey Jackson. Lindsey to the baseline. Back out to Martinez. Spins inside, outside Brooke Sanders. Sanders all the way across, almost stolen, but Lindsey Jackson gets it back to Gabby Morales in the corner, and Gabby knocks down a baseline jump shot out of the corner. So the Vikes on a 13-2 run right now. They cut it back to a 9-point game. Now Robinson drives inside. She's going to be fouled, I believe, by Brielle Martinez. And Robinson tried the scoop shot. Brielle got part of the arm. That'll be her second foul, and Nakia Robinson will be on the line for 2 shots.
And it is the 7th foul on Valley, so with 9:56 to go, CMU will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Nakia Robinson, 5'4" junior out of St. Louis, missed the first one. She misses number 1. She'll have one more. It's her first trip to the line. As coming back into the Central Methodist lineup, Jasmine Poteet checks in. Williams will have one more. Or excuse me, Robinson will have one more. Second one's good, so Nakia knocks down 1 out of 2. It's a 10-point game with 9:54 left. Lindsey Jackson gets it across the timeline, hands it out to Raina Smith. Raina left-hand dribble, picked up out there by Poteet. Now spins inside, outside Sanders. Brooke fakes a shot, gives it back to Raina in the corner. Now Raina tries to go down the baseline, throws up a runner. Too far under the bucket that time. Tried to scoop it back with the right hand. Poteet here the other way. There's a 3 by Nuss. This one misses. Rebound Raina Smith, but it goes off her knee out of bounds.
Raina had the ball, and she was heading up court right in front of the CMU bench, and as she put the ball down to dribble, it went off her knee and out of bounds.
Took that first long step, and that knee came up, and wham, there goes the ball. Now Sammy Jackson comes back in. Raina will take a seat with 9:26 left to play. It's a 10-point CMU lead. Into Joseph. Now Robinson back out Sutton. Her jumper's short, but she gets her own offensive rebound. Back in the corner to Nuss. Got to screen out on the boards. Got to keep that shooter off the glass. Now down low it comes, and there's a foul on Lindsey Jackson as she hammers Jasmine Poteet. So good ball movement by Central Methodist that time. That'll be Lindsey's first foul.
Boy, I tell you what, you got to keep them off the boards. Those second and third chances are really hurting Valley.
So Jasmine Poteet will go to the line. She was 0 out of 2 in the first half. She'll have 2 shots here. First one's good. Give her 5 points in the game. She'll have one more. She'll try to make this a 12-point Central Methodist lead. Second shot in the air, perfect. So she missed her first 2, but knocked down a pair right there. And 60-48, Central Methodist leads it by 12. Outside, Lindsey Jackson. Jackson, one dribble, high post, Morales. Gabby turns, squares up. Gets it outside, Brooke Sanders. Now back to Sammy. Her 3 in the air, off the glass and in. Did she yell bank that time or not, Ken? Because that one kissed off the backboard and goes down in there. So Sammy's now got 9 points. All of a sudden, folks, we've got a 9-point game. Now 3 by Robinson. This one lips out. Battle for the loose ball. Sammy Jackson gets it. Vikes want to run. They've got numbers. Sammy pulls up for the 15-footer. This one misses. Rebound comes away to Lindsey Jackson, up and in. So the 2 Jackson girls come away that time. Sammy missed the shot. Her sister Lindsey gets a rebound. It's a 7-point game with 8:22 left to play.
And we're down by 20 not that long ago.
Vikes really on a nice run right now. Now Poteet outside to Nuss. She comes around a screen. Now they throw it out of bounds. The boys Central coming unglued right now as the Vikings stepping up the defensive pressure. It's 60-53. Vikings have the ball with 8:09 left to play.
And coming back in for Central, Corneliuson's back into the ball game. They also bring Kyra Williams back in, but Valley down by only 7 and 8:09 to go.
Sammy and Lindsey Jackson, Brooke Sanders, Gabby Morales, and Brielle Martinez, the quintet on the floor for the Vikes right now. Now Sammy walks it across the timeline, hands out, head of the key to Sanders, gets it high to Martinez, skips a pass into Gabby Morales, up and in. That looked like Dave Cowens that time, kind of that running shot as Gabby Morales flips it up and in. Folks, we got a 5-point game. Vikes have trimmed a 20-point lead down to 5. Now almost a steal inside. Central brings it outside. They'll reset the offense with 16 on the shot clock. Kyra Williams, left-hand dribble, picked up by Lindsey. High post, Sutton, her jumper in the air, good. So, no doubt about it, Ken, when the Eagles need a bucket, Tawanda Sutton is the girl they go to, and she stepped right up and very calmly knocked down that jump shot to extend the lead back up to 7.
Yeah, Sutton averages 9.4 a game, but she has 17 points. She had 13 in the first meeting. Our leading scorer is Waylon Nuss, and she's close to her average. She has 8, but What a run by Valley. It's now 7 points, 7:28. Another timeout taken by CMU, but Valley just continue to play the way they are. Good ball movement, playing good defense, taking advantage of it. And when CMU misses a shot, make this a heck of a game here, 62-55.
The Vikings trailed by 11 at halftime. They've got it down to 7. But folks, just minutes ago, and Ken, I'm remembering, it was 55-35. I remember that score. It was 55-35, and since that time, the Vikes have scored. Looks like they've outscored CMU 20 to what, 7?
Yeah,
27
like
since that time. So it's been a great run by the Vikings.
I'm watching on their live stream feed. They have the cameras on Coach Arnold in the huddle. And there's a one-way conversation going on in that CMU huddle.
He's a go-getter. He's got a lot of get up and go, a lot of enthusiasm. I always enjoy talking about him because he's very proud of his team, and he's, like I say, he's done a good job this year.
It was all one side of that conversation. Good job by our crew upstairs to have that on during the timeout. All right, Vikings down by only 7.
Said, I don't know if the girls heard me, but I feel a lot better now. Yeah. All right, Mike's ball. They bring it across, trailing by 7. Head of the key, Martinez. Martinez gives it back out to Lindsey Jackson beyond the arc. Lindsey fakes a 3, gives back to sister Sammy. Sammy runs into the lane, throws it up, and they're going to call her for traveling.
Well, she had Lindsey on the wing and kind of indecision whether to throw it to Lindsey or take it in, and took an extra step.
Yep, Sammy, it's good to see her penetrate. Tried to take that one all the way to the rack and just took one too many steps. So ball back to the Eagles. Just over 7 minutes left here in this one. 62-55. Central Methodist on top. Vikes in that man defense. High post, it comes to Sutton. Guarded there by Morales. Sutton ball fake. Nakia Robinson drives on Sanders. Now back to Sutton. Her jumper in the air. This one misses. Rebound, Brielle Martinez for the Vikes. Sammy quickly across the timeline. Skip pass all the way across in the corner to Sanders. Back out, head of the key, Lindsey Jackson. Inside to Martinez. Double team, keeps her dribble alive. Back to Lindsey, her 3. Off the right side. And boy, I thought that was going to be good. I thought that was right on target, but it lipped off the right side. Now Brielle Martinez picks up a foul on the rebound.
Well, it looked good, and a good shot. I mean, Lindsey
it was
hit
that
shot.
Look. Brooks Sanders penetrated, kicked it back outside to Lindsey. Just a little bit too much mustard on that one.
But again, because of the foul situation, CMU will be shooting the rest of the way. They have a 7-point lead. Brooks Sanders comes out, giving his Vikes some nice minutes. Brielle Martinez comes out. Nice job by Brielle.
Yeah, Brielle really gave the team a lift. 3 big buckets here in the second half, but she picks up her 3rd foul, and that's going to put Brittany Joseph on the line for a 1-and-1. Joseph bounces it, shots in the air, good. Brittany Joseph, she's had a big second half. She's a 6-foot junior out of Houston, Texas. She'll have one more.
Well, she and Sutton have really done a job tonight.
Second shot in the air as Raina Smith falls into the lane is good. So give her 10 points in the second half, 12 in the game. The Central Methodist lead back up to 9 with 6:26 to play. Sammy Jackson, hit of the key to sister Lindsey. Lindsey gives it high post, Morales. Gabby squares up, guarded there by Sutton. Now Lindsey Jackson around a screen, back to Raina Smith, and now they're going to call, I think, a foul maybe on Poteet, I believe. Yeah, it looks like Jasmine Poteet. I'm not sure if she reached around or threw an elbow or what, but that should be her 4th foul. That's only the 15th foul on the Eagles. 64-55, 6:12 left to play here. Vikes trying to win their 5th conference game of the year. Now driving inside is Sammy Jackson, goes down the baseline. Ball swatted out of bounds by one of the Eagles.
Sammy looks up like, why that? She thought there was plenty of contact. No call. Vikings get the ball back.
Vikes down 9, need a bucket here. They get it to Raina. Raina Smith, head of the key, Sammy Jackson. Sammy hounded by Raylan Nuss out there. Now Ebony Brown, who's checked back in. Lob pass underneath for Morales, and they're going to call a push, I believe, on Sutton. As they say, they tried the lob pass down low to Gabby Morales, and Tawanda Sutton's going to be called for shoving her in the back, and I believe that's her 1st foul.
And the 16 foul, so now both teams will be in the 1-1. Next foul on the Vikings, though, will put CMU in the double bonus.
Now Lindsey Jackson gets it into Raina Smith. Raina hit of the key, Morales. Gabby fakes a jumper, drives in off the glass, too strong, gets her own rebound. Got the follow. Thought that was going to lip off the right side, but Gabby Morales had the presence to stay with it. rolls it in. We've got a 7-point game.
Still 5:40 to go.
High post Sutton, guarded by Morales. Gabby goes up with her, but Sutton knocks it down. And Ken, you're right. Tawanda Sutton really having a night here. Give her 19 points in the game with 5:26 left to play.
When Sutton and Joseph get it that low, you got to have some help.
Yeah, you got to stop her from catching down there.
Yeah.
Now Morales, Gabby launches a long jumper. This one misses. Rebound Joseph. 66-57. Central Methodist has led wire to wire. They still hold a good lead with 5:09 left to play. Vikes trail by 20. Now they've got it down to 9. There's a jumper out of the corner.
That's Sutton again?
Yes,
wow.
I believe that was Tawanda Sutton.
21
knocks
points.
down a jumper. And she's been on fire. And now Coach Jolene Christensen wants a timeout. So 4:57 left to play here. 68-57 lead back up to 11.
Sutton, I have her 21 points.
Yep,
She had
that's
9.4.
right.
You know, the men's game coming up, going to be very interesting. As always a good one, the Vikings won at CMU, but a couple of weeks ago, CMU lost to Graceland. This game was in the 40s, and Coach Jeff Sherman's son, Matt, is an assistant coach at Graceland. Well, that night, the head coach for Graceland was sick and did not make the trip, so Matt was the head coach for Graceland, and his first college win, he beats his dad at the gym where he grew up.
Should I ask him about that at halftime?
I don't know.
Between
He's
games?
probably pretty proud
Yeah,
of
I
his
imagine
son,
he is.
I guarantee you. Jeff's a class guy, but Matt beat his dad in the gym where Matt probably took how many thousands of shots? Since
and probably hit about 65-70% of them.
2-year-old. We were talking the other night. I was doing a high school game, or watching a high school game, and they were talking about when he was in high school, when young Sherman was in high school, he could light it up three-point line. He was an unbelievable shooter in high school as well.
He was good. He's a good
Falcons.
player at Fayette High School and a very good ball player. And we saw him against a good Viking team.
Yep.
I mean, games we thought we were right in, all of a sudden he comes down and nails about 3 threes, and things are out of reach.
But his first college win as a coach against his dad in his home gym.
Okay, 4:46 left to play. Vikes need to get something going. They're down by 11 here. Martinez backs in, left-hand dribble, almost has it swatted away. Now gets it back. Looking for help now. Somebody's got to come help. They get it to Sammy. Now back to Ebony Brown. And Ebony bumped in the back as Brittany Joseph gives her a little bit of shove as Ebony moves into the paint. So that should put Ebony on the line for a 1-and-1 with 4:33 left.
And that's just the side of the court where she hit the big free throw last year to beat CMU. Same spot.
Ebony 1-and-1 here. First shot in the air, got it. So Ebony, that's her first point of the game as she knocks down the charity toss. She'll have one more. She'll try to once again make this a single-digit lead for Central Methodist. Second shot, perfect. So Ebony knocks down a couple. Big free throws there. 4.5 left to play. Vikes need to stop right here. Robinson across the timeline. Guarded by Smith. Back beyond the arc. Poteet down low. Corneliuson pumps, puts it up and in. So good job by Central Methodist. They get the ball to the big girl down low, Taylor Corneliuson. She lays it in to extend the lead back up to 11. Ebony Brown other way for the Vikings. Now hit of the key, Raina Smith. Now hands to Martinez. Brielle strong inside off the glass, and she's fouled. And somehow Brielle blew right through 2 defenders that time, got it all the way to the rack, and draws the 2-shot foul.
I don't know how she's even shooting the ball. She has that finger. She did. I don't know if she broke her finger, has some tendon damage or whatever in that right hand and that finger. She's got it all taped up and strapped up and splinted, and I don't know how she can even shoot the ball, but she's at the free throw line right now with 4:05 to go.
Yeah, Brielle will have 2 shots right here. She has 6 points in the game, all here in the second half. First shot misses. She'll have one more. Every possession very important right now as we're nearing the 4-minute mark. And it's an 11-point lead for Central Methodist. They've led the entire way.
We had it down to what, 5?
Yeah,
we have it down to 5?
2 teams played about a month. Yeah, got it down to within 5. They were down by 20 at one time, went on a big run, cut it to 5. And when these 2 teams last played in Fayette, 64-57, Central Methodist came away with a win. And Martinez missed them both.
Now that finger, that can't be easy to shoot with that splinted finger on her right hand.
And now she picks up a foul. That'll be her 4th. So frustrating as she missed both free throws and then runs into Nakia Robinson. So Robinson will go the other way. She'll be 2 shots on the line because the Vikings, that's their 10th team foul.
Kara Clark will come back in. Kara uncharacteristically averaging 8 points a game, has not scored yet tonight.
Yeah, we need a couple big buckets from her. As Robinson knocks down the first free throw, she'll have one more. Give her 5 points in the game right now. She'll have a chance to extend the lead back up to 13. Bends at the knee, second shot in the air, got it. So Robinson knocks down 2. She's hit 3 in a row from the free throw line. We're down to 4:03, the lead back up to 13. Pressure by Central Methodist. Now they throw it right to Patton. Now has it knocked away, blocked by Lindsey Jackson. So the Vikes, a bad pass, but Lindsey recovers, gets a nice block. Vikes get it back.
Good job, Lindsey.
Raina Smith drives inside. She's fouled. And I believe that's going to come up on Kyra Williams as Raina Smith takes it right down the middle of the lane. That'll be foul number 2 on Williams, foul number 9 on Central Methodist. So from this point on, both teams will be shooting 2 shots every time we have a foul with 3:51 left. First shot by Raina Smith's good. And Raina, I got her 12 points here in the second half, 16 in the game. Second shot perfect, so give Raina, boy, what a big second half she's had as she gets the game down to an 11-point lead for Central.
She had 12 in that game at CMU, and that's when we really started to notice what she could do offensively.
That's kind of a breakout game for her, wasn't it? Now Nuss, wraparound pass inside to Sutton, double team down low, and I think they're going to get either Raina Smith or Kara Clark for a push. I think they call it on Raina, as they say. She shoved her, trying to grab the ball, kind of got a little piece of the arm. So that's going to put Tawanda Sutton on the line for 2 with 3:38 left. Her team leading by 11.
What a game for Sutton, 21 points.
First shot, good. So Tawanda Sutton, she's been the story for Central Methodist. She'll try right here to make it a 13-point lead once again. Shots in the air, missed this one. Rebound comes out to Kara Clark. The Vikes trail by 12, need a bucket here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Sammy inside to Morales, nice entry pass, nice job that time as Sammy Jackson passed it away from the defender. Gabby Morales shielded the defender off and laid it off the glass. So back down to a 10-point lead. Head of the key, Nuss. Nuss's long 3. Bang, knocks it down. So Raylan Nuss, the leading scorer on this team, averaging a little over 11 points a game. That's her 3rd tray of the game. Give her 11 points, and that was a big one right there, Ken, as that extends it back to 13 with only 3:14 left.
Young lady out of O'Fallon, Missouri, the leading scorer, and that gives her 11 now, right about her average. But that was a big shot, 76-63. Still plenty of time, but Joe, we're down where we have to score about every possession. We need some stops now.
Well, you're down on that possession. You're thinking we're down by 10. We get a stop. We get back within 8, and then all of a sudden there's a 3, and you're down by 13.
They have had 10 gals score tonight. Vikings leading scorer, Raina Smith, she had 16. Or check that, 17 points tonight. I've got her 17. Gabby Morales, 11 now. Sammy has 9. And Gabby Lovelace had 6 tonight. Lindsay has 4. Martinez 6. And Kixmiller has 8. That's what I've got for the scoring for the Vikings. Ebony Brown has a couple. But it's the Tawanda Sutton, 21, and Brittany Joseph with a dozen. So those 2 gals inside have really been a big factor, plus the outside shooting of Raylan.
Yeah. This good ball club. There'll be some good games. You know, Central Methodist beat Mid-America. That's Mid-America's only loss. Beat them at Mid-America, and then lost at the buzzer at Fayette. So those 2 teams could match up in the second round very easily.
Be good matchup.
Okay, Vikings break the pressure. Sammy Jackson gets it across the timeline, picked up by Robinson. Vikes need to score, and they need to do it very quickly.
Yeah, need to think about some time now. Can't take all
We're
this
down,
time.
We're down under 3 minutes now. Raina Smith pulls up, thought about a 3. Back to Morales. Gabby hands to Clark. Come on, ladies, somebody's got to shoot it. Smith into the paint, throws up a runner. This one misses. Rebound Joseph.
That's what you don't want. Took about 25 seconds off that clock and then missed a shot.
It didn't really get the best of shot. Not a bad shot, but not the best shot. Now ahead to Robinson. Skip pass all the way across to Gaither Call, who's checked back in. Now it's stolen by Sammy Jackson. Sammy the other way with the left hand. Got it. So nice play by the senior as Sammy steps in the lane, gets the pass. She's in double figures now. And she's got, I've got her with 11 points.
She's got 11.
Now ahead to Williams back outside Gaither Call. It's an 11-point lead for Central Methodist. 2:14 left as the Eagles want to run some clock.
Yeah, they're going to take some time here.
Now, Williams tries, splits two defenders as Kyra Williams somehow got between two defenders and kisses that one off the glass to extend the lead back to 13.
Yeah, they took about 20 seconds, got a layup.
Now Sammy in the paint. This one misses. Rebound out of there, Joseph. And Central Methodist. Sutton now being hounded in the backcourt by Morales. Now they're going to call a push on Gabby. As they say, she shoves off on Tawanda Sutton. So that'll be Gabby's second foul of the game. Second, I've only got her for two. Second foul. And that's going to put, I believe, Tawanda Sutton on the line for two shots. So it's going to take a monumental comeback here. 1:45 left to play. 78-65 Central Methodist leads.
It appears the Vikes are going to fall to 4 and 11 with 1:45 left.
Sutton's first shot missed it. That's one of the few mistakes she's made, but she has missed her last two free throws. So she'll have one more here. I've got her with 22 points in the game.
Yeah, she's had a big night.
Second shot in the air. Got this one, so make it 23. It's a 14-point game with 1:45 left. So once again, CMU will press in the backcourt. Lindsey Jackson gets it into Raina Smith. Vikes need to be in a hurry-up mode right now. Raina gets it across the center court. Brings the Pelota to the right wing. Now gets it high block, knocked away, taken away by Poteet. Here she wants to go the other direction. Back to Nuss, a long three. Yay, missed it. Offensive rebound up and in as Brittany Joseph pounds the glass, got the offensive rebound, give her 12 points in the second half, and it's all academic right now. Now, nice drive inside as Sammy Jackson drives the baseline. She's fouled, I believe, by Rayla Nuss. That'll be Nuss's second foul, and that'll put Sammy on the line for a couple. So nice aggressive drive by Sammy that time.
But that last play just kind of showed what happened in this game. An outside shot missed, but an offensive rebound put back in. I think the second chance points were just too much for the Vikings to overcome tonight.
And for the third game in a row, the Lady Eagles go over the 80-point mark. They had 107 a week ago tonight against Graceland, 87 against Avila last Saturday, and then that was on the road, and then they come back today on the road. They've got 81 right now. Sammy missed the first
only
one.
Averaging 70 points a game, so this isn't characteristic for them. They're really putting it together offensively.
Sammy's second shot's good, so she knocks down 1 out of 2. Give her 12 points in the game. We've got a timeout with 1:14 left. 81-66, Central Methodist on top.
Well, if it stays this way, the Vikings will fall to 4 and 11 in conference play, and their overall record is 7 and 20. And CMU would move to 10 and 5 and assure themselves of at least a tie for fourth place in the league, as they have a 3-game lead with Culver going into tonight, and Central only has 3 games left after tonight. So they would at least have a tie there. They want more than that, of course. They still like to get that 3rd seed and knock Baker out of that spot. They're 2 games behind Baker. Valley, with this loss tonight, if they do end up losing this game, we'll have to wait and see what Avila does, whether we'll be in 8th or 9th place.
Well, if Central Methodist holds on, this will be their 21st win of the season overall. Boy, what a turnaround for that program. I mean, 2 years ago, they were in the bottom of the conference, and Coach James Arnold's come in here and really turned things around. So now the Vikings foul in the backcourt. Not much else they can do as Gabby Lovelace reaches around, and that's going to put Nakia Robinson on the line with 1:11 left to play.
Well, the Valley got down early, came back within 5 in the second half, but it's tough to come back from double digits, and they just couldn't come all the way back.
Yeah, I think at one time in this second half, the Vikes went on a 13-0 run, really came out of nowhere and got this, like you said, back to a 5-point game as Robinson knocks down the first free throw. She's 4 out of 5 from the stripe here in the second half. She'll have one more. It's now a 16-point game. Second shot missed. Rebound Morales. Now she's fouled as Gabby Morales goes up in the crowd, comes away with the rebound and draws the foul. So we'll walk the other way with 1:09 left. Gabby will be on the line for 2 shots.
And here comes Miss Sutton back into the game. She have 23 points. She's in there with Joseph at the same time here in the last minute 9.
That foul comes up, and they've got it up on they've got it up there on number 5. Number 5 is Alyssa Ellison. I don't believe she's been in the game. So Gabby Morales knocks down the first free throw. Gabby's had a good second half. She's had 9 points in the second half. She'll have one more. Second shot is good. So Gabby knocks down both free throws. The lead is 16 with 1:07 left to play.
I guess that foul was on Poteet. She just fouled out. That was her 5th foul.
Well, that's her. Okay, I got read the numbers backwards, I guess. Now they get it into Nuss. Nuss ahead to Porcel, who's checked into the lineup. Now Nuss gets it back.
Well, Nuss pretty good floor leader out there.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Good
Brings it
play.
back between the circles, picked up by Sammy. Now Nuss, they just want to run some clock. They've got a 16-point lead. We're under a minute. Nuss pulls the free throw line, missed the shot.
No
Offensive
right.
rebound, Sutton, and she's fouled. I believe that's going to be on Raina Smith. And if that's the case, that'll be Raina's 4th foul, but that's all academic right now as we're down under a minute. And Central Methodist is going to win their 10th conference game.
I think that's what you're going to look at. The first stat I'm going to look at is the rebounding, especially the offensive rebounds.
Sutton's first shot good, and boy, she adds. I've got her with 24 right now. She'll have one more.
Averages 9.4 a game. She had 13 against us the first time. She likes playing us.
Yeah, seems to.
Big game there and a huge game tonight.
Sutton's second shot in the air, got them both. So a 25-point effort for her. As Raina Smith will try to give the Vikes a couple more possessions here. Drives into the lane, throws up a runner, missed it. Rebound underneath, pulled out of there by Sutton, or saved by Sutton, ahead to Porcel. Long lead past Nuss, and now she backs it back out. No hurry to shoot. She's fouled by Sammy.
Yeah, no hurry at all. And she could have taken that in, probably had a layup, but knows right now the clock is the most important thing.
24.9 seconds left to play. 84-68, Central Methodist has led wire to wire here this evening.
Yes, they have.
It's court warming here at Missouri Valley. Men's game to follow. Vikes beat Central Methodist in Fayette about a month ago, so you know the Vikes would like to make it a series sweep, and Central would like to even the score, so it should be a good game as Nuss misses the first one and missed them both. Offensive rebound, though, by Joseph, and that's been the story the entire second half, and she's done a great job on the offensive glass. And now Vikes knock it out of bounds with 20.8 seconds left to play. Pretty good crowd starting to gather here, so should be a very exciting climax to the evening. Vikes will be out on the road Saturday afternoon. We'll be at Mid-America Nazarene to take on the Lady Pioneers, the leaders in the conference. Now down under 10. It looks like Central's going to run it out. Vikes look like they're content to let them run it out, so Central Methodist comes into Marshall. They sweep the season series as they come in, score over 80 points for the 3rd game in a row, and come out of here with an 84-68 Heart of America Conference win.
All right, we'll be back with the score and a wrap up game 1 in just a moment.
I didn't have to be like most people. And to the young me, that meant a lot. My big sister's name is Sheila, and Sheila is the reason that this 8-year-old grows up to have an amazing job as a graphic designer.
Whether you donate money or time, you're helping Big Brothers Big Sisters help a child, and that can last a lifetime. Start something today at bigbrothersbigsisters.org. Brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Ad Council.
We're back to Grover C. Redford Gymnasium on the campus of Missouri Valley College. Again, our final score 84-68 is CMU with the win tonight over the Vikings, and a big night for Tawanda Sutton. I had her officially with 25 points to lead the way. We'll get some of the statistics for you here in just a moment. Jolene joins us for just a bit, and Jolene, get down the way you did in the first half. Really came back, but it's tough to come from that far back, isn't it?
It is, you know. You get yourself in a big hole like that, and we always talk about it. You can't dig yourself out, and it makes it difficult to dig yourself out in the second half.
All right, now don't throw that headset at me. But rebounding, and you said this was going to be a key, right?
Yes.
They had 46, we had 33, and they had 16 offensive boards. So second chance points, no question, was a difference in the game.
We talked about it. We knew that they were able to attack the glass, and we said we were going to shut them down, but that is definitely where the ball game gets away from us right there.
Yeah, Brittany Joseph, she's a good player, and I'll tell you, this Sutton gal, they're big physical gals. You have to put a body on them. They're tough in there, aren't they?
Yes, you can't get away with just going underneath there and jumping. You gotta get a body and be physical if you're gonna get a board.
All right, now what was the key, though, to the comeback? We're down by 20 points in the second half. You got it all the way back to 5. What was the team doing right there?
I kept subbing until I found players that wanted to play defense. I hate to say that, but I did.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that there wasn't much defensive intensity, and I needed it, and we went pretty deep in our bench, and we got some and got us back in it, and those are some of the players that played the second half.
But it's really tough when you're that far back to come all the way back. But what an effort coming back that far.
Yeah, they definitely came back, but again, just being able to finish a game and being able to keep that team off the glass.
Doesn't get any easier, Coach. We go on the road to Mid-Am Saturday.
No, it's a tough stretch for us.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Right.
Jolene Christensen as CMU wins the game tonight. Again, the final of this one was CMU winning it by the score of 84-68. Joe, quickly, let's go over the score, and then we'll get ready for game 2. First of all, for CMU, it was DeWanda Sutton with 25 points, 11 for Raylan Nuss, 14 Brittany Joseph. They led the way. Jasmine Poteet had 6. Taylor Corneliuson had 6. 7 for Nakia Robinson. 6 for Kyra Williams. 4 for Audrey Patton. Sammy Gaither-Call had 5. How about for the Vikings?
Well, for the Vikings, 3 players in double figures. Raina Smith, a good second half. She leads the way with 17 points, 15 for Gabby Morales. Sammy Jackson also in double figures with 10. 8 points for Sam Kicksmiller. 6 in the game for Brielle Martinez. Both those girls played well off the bench. 6 for Gabby Lovelace. It's like 4 in the game for Lindsey Jackson, and 2 points for Ebony Brown to round out the scoring.
All right, we'll have more stats on this game and talk more about it as we roll through the men's game, but we need to take a break. Come back for the men's contest coming up in about 22 minutes. Final score here in the women's game as CMU wins it 84-68. Back in about 20 minutes.